Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Makeda. If it's your first time here, welcome. Today I am going to be talking about a new restaurant in town that I went to go and visit here in Kigali, and it is called Neura Restaurant. So Neura Restaurant actually started as a practice ground for the Vatel School of Hospitality here in Rwanda. So first things first, you know that the service is excellent. That is definitely what they specialize in, but there are a lot of good things that I really liked about Neura Restaurant. When you first enter, there's someone there to greet you, to show you where to go. So they took us straight to our table. They asked us which one we preferred. They suggested one. And then of course we sat down. And one of the first things that caught my attention was the fact that the design seemed to be well thought out. The tables, the chairs, when you get there, they tell you, if you want to put your bag under the chair, there's a space for it there. If you want to keep your mask and your wallet or whatever it may be, there's a space under the table. And those are the details that I love, because so often I have my handbag, there's nowhere, some places have somewhere to hang them under the table or something like that. But a lot of times that's something that's an oversight. When we sat down, there was a QR code that was put on the table, and they asked us to register using that QR code. So right now in Rwanda, there's still contact tracing. And so in many places, you have to write your name down in a book. Very, very happy to see that, because I'm not crazy about the writing down my information in a huge book where everyone can see and you can see everyone else's stuff. So I loved the fact that there was a QR code. We had the waitress come, of course. She asked us if we had any allergies. We made our orders, and the menu really highlights Rwandan products, which I thought was really special. I ordered a drink, a shot of gin and then a tonic, and then I was just going to mix it myself. But when I did that, the bartender came over and said that he could make a special preparation for me based on the gin that I asked for. So he came tableside, he made me a whole little cocktail, and it was really tasty and it was a good experience. So good on them for that, because it was a nice little delight. I really liked the cocktail. It was not hefty, it was quite small, but I did only ask for a shot, so it was good. So after that, we had our food. I had the pasta, Sasha had the beef. The standout dish for me though was a green salad, which I just thought was going to be just a simple salad, but it was quite layered. The flavor was good and it was interesting. And then the dessert, I had the chocolate cake for dessert, and it was, it can be a hit or miss with chocolate cake, but this was very, very good. It was almost between a mousse and a cake, but whatever it was gorgeous. And then Sasha had the chef's recommendation for dessert, which was a coconut thing, which he really loved as well. I would highly, highly recommend the dessert. So after we finished eating, we were given another QR code, which led to a feedback form. The questions were well thought out, and it really seemed as though they wanted to know what the feedback was so that they could take that feedback and do something with it. And so I appreciated giving them that feedback. I have to say the one thing, and it's like the tiniest thing, but when it comes to a place like this where everything was good, it really does come down to the small things. And it's one small thing that I did not love was the fact that, and it was just the design, but on the chairs there was only one armrest, not two. And so many times, me and Sasha, so many times we ended up like wanting to put our arm down and then it would just fall, or I would end up sitting, like this with my arm up or something like that, because there was no second armrest. But with that, it was quite easy to slide out of my chair. I didn't have to move it in or out or anything like that, because I could just slide out from the table if I wanted to use the bathroom or something. So that was good. All of the food came out pretty quickly and we were hungry. So that's something that we were very appreciative about. I have to note though that it wasn't a full house. There was maybe 3 other tables that had people sitting at them. But I've been to restaurants where we were like 3 people in the whole restaurant and it still took long. So the time of service was excellent, if you ask me. Like, the food came out very quickly. It was perfect. The portions of food, me and Sasha both talked about this. The portions were perfect. They weren't too small. They weren't too large, like the right amount of food. So I guess you could say, just to wrap up, if you want like a nice fine dining experience in Kigali, definitely check out Neura. I know every time I post something about a restaurant or something like that, there's always a few people asking about pricing. The good thing about Neura is that on their website, you can actually request a quote, which is great. So if you really want to know the prices, you can go ahead and request a quote and let me know how you like it. If you go to check it out, go ahead and write a comment under this video. And if you like this style where I kind of like go in depth about a certain restaurant or a certain experience, let me know if you like that as well, because I can do that more. I know I've been doing a lot of 3 restaurants and 5 restaurants and things like that. So if you like this where I talk about one specific restaurant in detail, let me know, and I'll do more of that. Make sure that you comment and subscribe if you like this, and more will be on the way. Thanks so much for tuning in. Like I said, my name is Makeda, and let's keep in touch. Bye.